Good afternoon from sunny California. I'm Lucky Links. This is for my friends out there, all of you guys who are in the business of your psychics or massage therapists, or maybe you do Reiki or hypnosis or craniosacral, or maybe you do maybe you're an esthetician, maybe you do hair, but you're in a position where you're kind of in an intimate position with people. Like, for example, massage therapists, you guys get it all the time. You're in a position where you're helping people who are in pain. I know people who do hair, a lot of times you get people tell you all their problems and stuff like that. Psychics, you find yourself in a position where you hear a lot, and in all of these cases, people are dealing with what the client or another person is assuming about them. So all of you guys who have been in this position, and others, I'm sure you've been in a position where clients or people who they have their ideas about what they think you are. Massage therapists, you guys, I really feel for you guys. A lot of you deal with a lot of misconceptions about what you guys are doing. And people expect things from you that you have a right to say. All of us, we have a right to say no. If someone has delusions about who they think you are, or who they think you should be, or how they think you should use your experience, talents, and gifts in a way that they think you should and you're not comfortable with, it's okay to say no. If you're dealing with someone's dysfunction or someone's habits, or you are hearing their problems and you feel that it's too much and you don't want to deal with it, it's okay to say no. Or even you get in a situation too where you're in this kind of an intimate situation with a person because you're one-on-one with them. They're confiding in you, and in some cases they're confessing to you. Which takes it to another level as well. But you're in a situation where maybe then they expect you to share their philosophy on life. They expect you to share their religious ideas. They expect you to share their political views. They expect you to be someone. And it's okay to not do that for $1. Where is it? Carolyn Miss, is it? Is that her name? She has that deck. I think I got it here. Anyway, it's the archetype cards. I don't know if you guys know it or not. I think her name is Carolyn Miss. Anyway, it's here somewhere. There's a card in that deck that's the prostitute as one of the archetypes, and it's a fantastic. I'll say this about that. She really hit some of those archetypes really cool. Not compromising your spiritual principles or your principles for $1. You don't have to be what someone else expects you to be just because you're doing a reading for them. You don't have to share their views on life. You don't have to, as a massage therapist, get into a situation where you're uncomfortable, or as a healer or something. I was doing hypnosis, I was volunteering a couple of months ago, doing hypnosis, and there were some other folks there who, there was another person that was a hypnotist too, and she was asking me about, I guess, how I do hypnosis, and I was explaining, explaining my experience a little bit, and she was asking me, well, can you do that with light? And she was throwing all these concepts at me that really didn't make any sense, and I was like, well, can you explain what you mean by that? And she couldn't. But she was kind of expecting me to conform to something or other, and it's just like, that's not my experience. It's okay to say it's not my experience, and it's okay to say, no, I'm not going to go there. So think about it this way, guys. People will have all sorts of ideas about who you should be when you're doing work on them that helps them to heal, or helps them release pain, or helps them out of pain. You don't have to give so much that you're drained. You don't have to be something that you're not. You don't have to conform to their expectations of who you should be. And you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do simply for $1, or simply for someone else's expectations, or simply because you don't want someone to have a bad experience, or whatever it is. If they're pushing you beyond a line that you're comfortable with, you have a right to say no. that's not who I am. That's great that you believe that's what's going on, but that's not the truth. And remember that. Just because someone believes something about you, or has made an assumption about you, or has convinced themselves something about you, it doesn't mean that it's true. And I see this all the time with folks that I work with who work on other people, and they spend so much time trying to please these other people or help these other people, they lose themselves in them. They become drained. They become worn out. They get their emotions bound up with other people. They find that they get tired. And they get fed up with other people's expectations and what other people believe. And the other thing too is that if they treat you like you're below them or you're serving them and you're beneath them, you don't have to accept that either. So remember this, guys. It's okay if you're in this business of helping people, probably because you felt good when you helped people and you wanted to help people, and you're probably there because you wanted to be able to help people. You don't have to take on other people's beliefs about you, you don't have to take on their expectations, and you don't have to do anything that crosses a line that makes you feel vulnerable, makes you feel weird, makes you feel uncomfortable, or makes you feel like this is compromising my beliefs, my principles, my standards. And you don't have to do it, it's okay to say no. And you don't have to be mean about it, and you don't have to be crazy about it. You can just say, no, it's not true. No, that's not where I'm, no, that's not what I do. No, that won't be happening today. So something compelled me to do this because I see this all the time with folks who are in the area of work that we're in, and we see this stuff all the time. People always having expectations about you that aren't true, believing things or expecting things from you that put pressure on you. It's okay to say no. So if no one has ever told you that, if no one ever told you that when you were in school or when you were training, or if they did tell you it but you're having a really hard time remembering it, I'm telling you again, guys, it's okay to say no. I'm Lucky Links, as always, wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do. Remember, if it violates your principles, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it's not who you are, it's okay to say,